you do what you have to do and now shield yourself. Say, okay, how do I build a system? How do I insulate myself from this? But that my risk appetite will go low. No, I'm still going to take risk. I'm still going to go in there, right? In fact, I remember a mentor was going to write a book. I don't know why he didn't bring out the book. The book is titled My Mistakes. And when he was sharing the story, he said, I have a book I'm going to release, My Mistake. He said, and despite writing my mistake, I'm still going to make further mistakes. Right? Because mistakes are simply feedback. I call it research and development material.
All
right? It's feedback for me to say, okay, Praise, this is what you have not mastered, and go master it. Right? So it's not, because the problem is this. Many of us have a terrible relationship with shame because of the way shame was introduced to us. Right?
Ooh.
We did not see failure as a learning process. You flunked math, especially if you grew up in Africa, if you grew up in Nigeria, if you grew up in Lagos, or any part of the Yoruba-speaking places. You flunked math, you scored 0, right? The teacher that taught you that you scored 0, they didn't beat the teacher. They didn't punish the teacher. The same teacher who couldn't teach you to master it, right, will now call you out and say people should sing for you. So, including all the girls you were hiring, all of them were singing for you, that you were $1. But then the same you left that same class, went to the track field, and ran 100 meters and was #1 in the entire school. So your superpower found expression on the pitch. Instead of them to support your weakness in the classroom, they exposed you. That was when many of us took a decision never to appear weak. That we will always fake it till we make it. So if there was something you didn't know, you never ask anybody, because you hated the idea of them laughing at you to say, at your age, how could you not know this? Right? And so it became a problem to say, I would rather die than ask for help. And so when many of, and if you check, and I do this all the time, when people suffer terrible losses, I always ask them, what was your greatest fear? Their greatest fear, eventually they tell me, was going back to poverty or not having enough money. And so I said to them, did you realize that that's your greatest fear that you did not deal with was what you eventually attracted? And they say, oh, wow, how come I never saw it this way? Because the things you fear the most is what comes upon you. So when people are on a journey, I always ask them, what do you want? The moment they say to me, oh, Praise, I don't want to lose customers' money. I want my name to be intact. I don't want to get into all these things. I know that's what they're going to attract, because it's away from motivation. It's not towards motivation, right? Away from is what you're running from. And what you're running from is the energy you attract into your life, because you are on a self-fulfilling prophecy journey, right? But instead of what can go wrong, what do you want? This is the life I want. So some people are living the life of their parents. They don't want to make the mistake their parents made. And already they are looking like their parents. So instead of defining their own life, it's like saying, think about this in your mind. I will never be poor, right? Your mind does not have the capacity to process think, won't, can't. It will only pick the action word or the prominent word there and makes it your reality. So if I say, I can't be poor, if you check in your mind, you will still see poverty, then you will see prosperity. Contrast this with, I'm going to be super wealthy. There's no poverty there at all. That's why the Bible did not say, let the weak say, I am not weak. It said, let the weak say, I am strong. It was focusing their energy on possibility and not what can go wrong.